Being a console streamer can be difficult, not only trying to find the perfect capture card, but all of the software and everything so that you can be successful while also being a console streamer and not having to have a beefy PC. Well, today, there's a solution for that. This is the AVerMedia Live Gamer Ultra 2.1 HDMI capture card, and this thing is specifically built for those people using top-of-the-line consoles, Xbox Series X, the PS5, or anything where the HDMI 2.1 could be useful, even on higher-end graphics cards where you want to loop it through and grab this content and be able to maintain 4K 144 pass-through and a whole bunch of other stuff. Let's get into this video about how this capture card could be the game changer that you're looking for to support everything that you need as a streamer. Frame rate, resolution, it doesn't matter. I'm sure this capture card can take care of it. By the way, I do want to do a disclaimer. AVerMedia did send this product out for me to review. No money has changed hands, but I did receive the product for free, so just know that that is the case. However, I'm going to be completely honest with you on my review of this. Yes, I'm also partnered with AVerMedia, but that's really a benefit to you because you can get this card for a lot cheaper on my link with my discount code than you can on other third-party sites. So if you do want to pick it up, check the link in the description. It does support the channel. Full transparency. Now, all that out of the way, let me tell you about this capture card. Let's go over the specs of this capture card and talk about all the things that it's able to do. For the interface, it is a USB 3.2 Gen 2 connection, a 10 gigabit connection, which is Type-C, and they include it in the box. For input and output, it is HDMI 2.0, and special note here, for you to be able to use the pass-through for HDMI 2.1 all the way up to 144 Hertz in 4K or 120 Hertz, the monitor you're connected to also has to have 2.1 support. If you want a budget one that's a 4K 144 2.1 monitor, I just purchased this one behind me and it's amazing. No, it's not sponsored by them. I'll leave a link down in the description. Love the panel and it's actually really color accurate. Really awesome for creators. For pass-through resolutions, you have 4K 144 Hz HDR, 1440p 144 HDR, and 1080p 240 Hz HDR. For recording resolution, you have 4K 60. You also have 1440p 144 Hz and 1080p 240 Hz. Supported resolutions, they actually added ultra-wide support. So I believe it's 3440 by 1400 or something like that. You're able to do full like ultra-wide support on these capture cards as well. Even the 1080p ultra-wide support, that works with these capture cards as well. For audio in and out, there's actually a TRRS cable for you to plug in your controller and a headset to be able to pass through everything. I'll show you that in just a few minutes so that you understand exactly what it does, but let's just say it's a huge game changer and I'm so glad they included this. They also have full VRR support, which is variable refresh rate, and this does work on both Mac and Windows and is a UVC device, so in theory, it could also work in other operating systems as well. I've tested both. You do need to know that in Mac, there is a limit. You can't do 4K 60 recording. It is 4K 30, and that's a limitation of Mac, not of the actual capture card. If you're a Mac user, just know that is a limitation. They always list system requirements here, but I would just go ahead and say if you have a decent streaming PC from the last few years, you'll be just fine. But they did say a GTX 1060 or above, or an i5 6th gen. And if you're thinking about what the comparable AMD kind of piece there is, that would be about first gen Ryzen or something around the RX 580 or above to be able to use this. Enough yapping about it. Let me talk about the device and get into some of the really cool features with it. All right, switching angles on you here. Oh, and by the way, if you noticed, I was recording in 60 FPS with my FX30 over there. This one only does 4K 30. So yes, this one's only running at 30 FPS. This video's in 60. Yes, it'll look a little different, but we're going to talk about this capture card and all the stuff that's on the back. Over on this side, you're going to see that you have the USB 3, USB-C connection, and then you have HDMI in and out, and these are the HDMI 2.1 ports. But over here on the side, you have the headphone port and then the controller port. And these are really important because the headphone port is what you're actually going to plug your headset into, and then you're going to run a cable from your controller into this as well. Now, you might ask, why would you do that? Well, this is a great way to be able to pass over your microphone through to your console as well as over and into your HDMI capture so it pops up in your software so that that you don't have to have another microphone like this. You could just use your headset mic and go straight into it. You completely don't have to do this. It's optional, but this is a really awesome way to use one mic for both your game chat and also your party chat, but also it passed through over to your capture. All right, so I have the capture card connected and I'm going ahead and showing you the AVerMedia gaming utility, and you can see I have the Live Gamer Ultra 2.1 right here, and it goes ahead and shows you a few things. Like right now I'm actually in 4K 59 hertz 10-bit capture right now because I think it's actually an HDR video inline use by, and it's actually going to be in OBS in just a moment. But what you can see is I have everything connected, not only the headset port but also the controller port, and you can see you get full control of what you hear in your headset, what you have. So your controller input volume is everything that comes from your controller, and then your headset is actually your volume as well as your microphone. You can mute it to where it actually doesn't go anywhere, and you can actively be able to turn it off your microphone to come into the capture card, or whether to have it on or not. What I'm going to do is actually, because I'm not using that great of a headset, it's literally just earbuds, I'm going to mute the microphone here, but just know that if it was unmuted, it would actually come through the capture card source and into your streaming software so that you can use your microphone both on your console and through your capture at the exact same time. Really cool. And so what you're actually looking at right now, this is Fortnite, and this is 4K 60 solid, and I'm actually passing through 4K 120 to my monitor. And here I'm going to go ahead and record a second angle. So for those of you curious, I'm actually recording 4K 60, but you can see right here this monitor, which is an AOC 4K monitor, it's connected via the capture card right here, and it's actually at 120 hertz right here on pass through, but it's capturing in 4K 60 over an OBS. So just know that my monitor is at 120 hertz. And this over here is capturing in 4K 60. So what we're going to do is actually go ahead and play through this. By the way, the microphone you're listening to is the Shure SM7B and not the headset mic, just so that you're aware. I think I've said that a couple different times, but all right, I am not a person who plays Fortnite, but just to show that it's capturing 4K 60 with variable refresh rate. I'm not doing anything in post right here. My camera is 4K 30, okay? The actual game is 4K 60. You should be able to tell a difference between the two. All right, let's go ahead and drop. By the way, don't come at me for using a default skin. Thank you. I should probably turn on the audio triggers that I have on PC, but I totally don't have them on here. Oh my god, I think we killed some bots, guys. One thing I've noticed is the cable that AVerMedia have sent. They sent a TRRS cable, okay? And that's for you to connect your controller to the capture card. That cable, for some reason, is just making a little bit of noise. I don't think that that's really that big of a worry. But what I will say is you probably want to invest in some better TRRS cables, which is the 3-pole cables. Technically 4-pole, but it's got the 3 rings. I would invest in some better cables if you're going to be doing this setup. Just because I feel like this cable is not that high of quality, and it's making some sound when I move around. So I'm going to try to stay still. Here's a guy. Oh! Chat, oh my god. All right, let's ready up. Let's go one more match. Let's go one more match, guys. We've had our very disappointing drop the first time. Let's drop somewhere that's not as ridiculous. Let's see if we can actually do something good. They're outside. Oh, I think I just took down a bot. Congratulations. Brandon, you're so good. You're just so good at the game. They left a gold chest right here beside you. Oh, and by the way, special shout out. I have a fantastic video on some really awesome unreleased products coming out Tuesday. If you're watching this after the release date, it's probably already out and you should check it out. But all I can say is, oh my gosh, the capture card market, as well as just everything to do with being a console streamer is ridiculously good right now. Oh, well, that person had a medallion. There he is. All right, now I'm getting shot from somewhere. Fight fishy boy. Oh, to almost hit top 10. I'm actually feeling pretty confident about this. Oh my God. Oh! I just got doo-dooed on by Peter Griffin. Peter freaking Griffin. That was the longest match to just get pooped on by. He's carrying Brian as a piñata on his back. What the actual stupid? So after my extremely disappointing experience in Fortnite, let's just say that capture cards aren't going to make you better players. But what they will do is make it to where people can see exactly how bad you are in 4K 60 HDR, even 1080p high refresh, especially with pass-through. Now, just so you know, again, on Mac, you can only do 4K 30 capture, but you can do all of the special high refresh monitors to feel like you're in top part of the gameplay, but with HDMI 2.1. Now, again, I'm going to leave a link for this in the description if you want to go pick one up from AVerMedia with my code to get it cheaper, and I'm going to leave a really awesome 4K panel. Again, none of these are actually sponsored. This was sent for free and I bought the panel myself, but the 4K panel is really cool. If you need an HDMI 2.1 monitor that's 4K 144 or 120 hertz supported for consoles like this one was, you should totally go pick it up. All right, I'm not trying to just sell you on products, but let me give you my advice for someone who's looking at an HDMI 2.1 capture card. Now, an HDMI 2.1 capture card with all of these features, what's the cost? Now, this is a $300 capture card, and you might be thinking, holy crap, that costs just as much as my Series S, not as much as my Xbox Series X, or my PS5 digital or non-digital. It doesn't really matter, but if you're looking for this solution, where you're wanting to have high refresh gameplay, either by capturing at high refresh from your computer into another computer, being at like a 2 streaming PC setup, and you want to be able to use high refresh and capture and pass through and have HDR and have all this chat functionality, and I'll stop saying and, then this is a capture card that you need to go pick up, because not only is it USB-C, it can plug in, you don't have to have a PCIe port on your computer. It's just one box, really easy, all the RGB to control on the front, etc. Extremely simple to set up. You don't even have to download the software from AVerMedia. You can just plug it in and go, because it's a UVC device. All right, that's pretty much everything I need to say about this, but my opinion is on this, if this is what you need to go pick one of these up. Now, this was one of the first, I think it was the first 2.1 capture card on the market, specifically made for gamers to be able to accomplish this goal. And there might be some other ones out. And hint, hint, wink, wink, check out my channel here in a few days. There's going to be some other ones to take a look at. just as good, amazing, and competitively priced. So you should also check those out. But what I will say is that this card is amazing and does really well. The VRR is nice, no tearing, as you obviously could see right here in this clip. Do I tell you to go buy this product? Yes. If you need these solutions, go buy this product. If you're a person still on an Xbox One or a PS4, I would not buy a capture card like this. It's not built for that, and it's really overkill unless you're investing for the future. Then totally. Variable refresh rate, HDMI 2.1 support, all of that, heck yeah, go for it. But yes, this gets my signed seal of approval. And again, if you want to pick one of these up, links are in the description. You should totally check out one of these two videos right here, because I guarantee one of them also will improve your streaming experience as a console player as much as the AVerMedia Live Gamer Ultra 2.1 can. All right, thanks guys, love you all, and y'all have a great day.